Okay, class. So for my technology tool, I chose to do Kahoot. So you guys will need to go to kahoot.com. And as I mentioned in the reading, you need to create an account. So if you don't have one already, go ahead and hit sign up and create a free account. I already have one, so I'm just going to go ahead and log in. So this is Kahoot's homepage. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about it. It's kind of cool. It will show you all of these different Kahoots that have already been created by other people. So if you're in class and need like a quick filler on some lesson that you've been teaching and you haven't already created a Kahoot, you can go ahead and search about it. So one day I needed help with the muscular system, and so I searched for muscular system, and it comes up with all of these different options that people have already created. The cool thing about it is you can click on it and you can read everyone's different questions that they have created to see if it pertains to the information that you're teaching your students. You can also hit show answers, so it will show you how these people created their Kahoots. If you like it, then you can go ahead and click these three little dots and hit duplicate. And by hitting duplicate, it's going to show up in your stash or your pile of Kahoots. And so talking about that, if I go to Kahoots, these are all the Kahoots that you have personally created or the duplicates that you have sent to your Kahoots. So I created this knee anatomy Kahoot, and my class is going to play it tomorrow in class because we're going over the knee. But today I'm going to show you how to create the three different types of Kahoots. So if you're ready to create a Kahoot, you go up here to create, and then here's the three different types. I'm just going to create one question of each different type so you guys understand how to create them. So the first one is quiz, and that is the one that if you guys have played, you most likely have played quiz. So go ahead and create new. And then this is going to be that front cover page that first shows up. So you have to label your Kahoot. So I'm just going to go with something like the skeletal system. And then it requires you to put a description, but it's your own use. So you get to decide what the description is going to be. Just say all about bones, because that's what the skeletal system is. Down here, you can decide if you want everyone to be able to access your Kahoots or only you to access it. I'm going to leave it as only me because I'm only creating one. Now's the time to create or put your image in. Kahoot already has a list of images that you can look through, but since I'm doing the skeletal system, I doubt that they'll have any actual bones. They'll have people playing sports, but nothing really about the bone. So I'm going to go ahead and search skeletal system. Go ahead and find an image that you like and then save it to your computer. You can go back here and hit upload your image and then select it. The nice thing about Kahoot is it will let you go in and crop it if you don't like the way that it looks or the way that you want people to see it. So this is your cover page. So when you're ready to come up with your questions, you hit OK, go. And then down here is where you create the game. So hit add question, type in your question, how many bones are in the human body? This little black box that pops up when you start typing your question has a few different functions. The B will bold your text, the slash will make it italics, and then these are obviously going to do subscripts, so people that are creating math Kahoots will use them, and then this will just show you a bunch of different symbols. But obviously I don't need to insert a symbol. So down here, you can put in the answers to your questions. You don't necessarily have to put the correct answer for answer 1. I'm going to. So there's 206 bones in the body, and then you select the check mark for the correct answer. Let's try to confuse them. Go 602, then just some random numbers. And then this is where the picture shows up along with your question. I'm just going to go ahead and click that same skeletal assistant picture that I used, but you can add whatever ones you would like. So once you have your question set up, go ahead and hit next, and then it will bring you back and show you the different questions. So if you're going to create another one, just continue adding your questions, and you can set your time limit. I'm going to be done with this one, so go ahead and hit save. And the cool thing about Kahoot is you can preview it before you say I'm done and solidify your Kahoot. You can always go back in and edit it even when you hit I'm done, but I think it's kind of cool to hit preview it. It will bring you up your own little phone to play, and you can play in classic mode, so one-on-one, or you can play team versus team. These game options are kind of cool. So this enable answer streak bonus, they'll get bonus if they continuously answer correctly. This name generator is kind of cool. If you turn it on, then your students don't come up with their own name. It will create a name for them. That way they can't come up with any naughty type names. You can randomize the order of questions if you want, or the answers. And then another thing that I thought was cool was this 2-step join. So it's like a 2-step authentication. And the reason why I like this is because some students will send the game pin to their friends in different classes, and so you have random people joining in on your game when they're not even in your class learning the content. Or sometimes Google will have a glitch and they'll just start randomly adding people into your game code. So this 2-step join makes them put their name in and do a color order of events. I'm not going to do it right now, but I just thought that was kind of cool. So you can hit, let's play this game. It will give me my game code. And since I did the name generator, they just hit spin, come up with a nickname for you. You can hit start. So how many bones are in the human body? 206. You can hit next. It will give you your first 3, sometimes your first 5, depending on how you set that up. And if you want to get the results at the end of the game, you can hit get results. But since this is just a preview, it's only going to be me playing. So you can go ahead and hit I'm done. And that's how you create a quiz type. So now we're going to create a jumble. I'm going to do a SOAP note question, which is an injury assessment. My description is going to be tools that certified athletic trainers use to assess injuries. I'm going to search injury assessment. This looks like a good picture. Go ahead and upload my image. And then hit OK, go. I'm ready to add my first jumble question. So my question is going to be, since I'm talking about SOAP notes, I'm just going to say place these in the correct order. And then it will even give you a note, but make sure that you put your answers in the correct order, and then the game will jumble them up. So, subjective, assessment, and plan. So now I'm just going to search for an injury. And then I'm just going to use this injury since we're talking about injury assessment. So I like the picture, I like the way that it's set up. So I'm going to go ahead and hit next, and that's our first question. So I'm going to hit save, and since we've already previewed the last one, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to hit I'm done, and then create the last one. The last one is a survey. So let's just do something like food. My description is going to be favorites, maybe favorite types of food. And I know that Kahoot already has its own food category. So let's choose some type of food picture. I'm going to choose this one because I'm happy when I eat food. So then you add a question. And so my question is going to say, which of the following fruit is your favorite? And I'm going to say apple, orange, strawberry, banana. Insert in my image. Let's go to some more. There's some nice apples. And then hit next. I'm going to go ahead and save it. Hit I'm done. And then here are the 3 Kahoots that I showed you how to create. So just because the jumbo one is different, let's go ahead and play it. I'm going to log on with my phone because it won't let me have both tabs open when we play. Let's do a classic one-on-one. It's going to give me my game code, 580574. The name generator was still on, so it came up with golden squid. So it's going to say place these in the correct order, and on my screen I'm going to have to place these. And then it will show you your results, and you can get them and save them if you would like to.